Hi, welcome to How to Judge a CA, or a Communication Analysis or Rhetorical Criticism. These are events in the competitive forensics tournaments. My name is Paige Russell, and I am doing this for my advanced forensics class. These videos are for an advanced forensics course that I am a part of, where we have to contribute to forensics pedagogy in some way. I've decided to offer tips to those who have never judged a forensics tournament before. The purpose of these is to help create an awareness for those who haven't judged a speech and debate tournament before by offering tips on how to judge, what a judge should look for, as well as different things they might experience in the course of a forensics tournament. Now, CA is known as communication analysis, but at some tournaments it can also be known as rhetorical criticism, but it will only show up as either CA or RC. Now, NFA and AFA defined CA as an original speech by the student designed to offer an explanation or evaluation of a communication event such as a speech, speaker, poem, movement, film, anything that they can essentially analyze and help to move forward. Visual aids are offered, and the time limit is 10 minutes. Now, the structure of CA or RC is easily the hardest event to judge. Essentially, the first thing that begins is that a speaker will have an artifact that they are analyzing, or as the description noted, this can be anything. They will usually begin with an introduction, explaining the relevancy of that artifact, how it came to be, and so forth. The research question is next. The speaker will say this slowly because it is important that you get it written down, and they will generally repeat it twice. And then they will go on to analyze the artifact through the research question with the help of a communication method or theory. Some people have been known, some teams usually offer different communication methods for analysis, but it's something that they will analyze and present in their preview within their introduction that will certainly help you get through and understand how this person will be analyzing the artifact that they present. We will move on to ballot writing. Now, public address differs from interpretation events, and therefore they are less about performing. When writing your ballot, there are a couple things that you can take notice of, especially if you're not sure on what to write down. You should always write down a way to help you remember the speech, so that when you come back to it after that performer has got up and given their speech, then you can go through and decide what to really comment on content-wise. Other things that you can comment on are like sources and citations. The sources that the speaker is giving, do they seem credible? Are they varied? Do they help make the speech factual in nature? Secondly, does the method they used enhance the analysis of the artifact? And that's something that you'll have to think critically about when judging, but essentially, if the method they use helps you understand the research question and how they analyze the artifact, that's the most important thing. Secondly, it's important to look at the structure of the speech. Is the speech easy to follow? The whole purpose of speech and debate is to help give a topic to the common man, as to a lay person. We should be able to give our events and our speeches to someone who has never seen them before and help them understand it, even if they have barely had any contact. So it's important to try your best to understand the speech, but the speaker should be giving you easy ways to follow, such as signposting along the way, saying when they're in their implications, and giving you like points and subpoints to help you move forward and understand what's going on. The last thing that is a thing that you can look for when writing your ballot is confidence. Does the speaker command the attention of the room and use it to their advantage? Do they bring you in? Do they capture your attention from the very beginning and help to make the speech the best it is possible? If they don't, certainly comment on things like that and how they can better improve themselves and their speech to help you understand or to appear more confident when giving their speech. The last thing that you should do when finishing up your ballot and you decide to rank the competitors however you see fit, you should always write an RFD. RFD stands for reason for decision. It's a nice way to end your ballot and to sum up the round. Why did this person get the 6? So why did this person get the 1 over other people? It's very important to give this sort of critique and this nice little end note because it gives a nice little summary on what the performer should work on and how they should go about doing whatever they need to do next. Secondly, just as an ending note, if you're ever confused, you can always ask the ballot table or competitors in the round to explain an event to you. You should never feel nervous or embarrassed to ask because I can assure you that any competitor would much rather have a judge ask them what exactly is communication analysis or rhetorical criticism rather than just you winging it as you're watching a speech. It's helpful because they can give you insight and tips that I might not be able to give you or that even a ballot table might not be able to give you. Speech kids are notoriously polite and helpful, especially to their judges. They will no doubt love to help you out if you just ask them if you have a question about something that happens. Generally, you shouldn't ask about the content of their speeches, but it's alright to ask things like, can you explain communication analysis to me? Or what is the easiest way to understand it as an event? Things of that nature. Lastly, today I just wanted to wish you good luck. So often we are scrambling for judges in the speech and debate community because there's not a lot of people that know about the world of competitive forensics, especially at the collegiate level. I wanted to say thank you and good luck for judging at any point. I also wanted to give some tips and some advice on speech norms or like informal rules that may be confusing to someone who hasn't had a lot of contact in the speech and debate world. The first thing that I want to point out is things such as double entered. Essentially, when a performer comes into a room, they will sign in on the board, and if they put DE after their name, that means that they are double entered, which then means that they are entered in another event that is happening in the same pattern and have another round to go to after they are finished performing in the round that you are judging. These competitors should always be allowed to go first because they have oftentimes farther places to walk to or run to before giving a next event. These can happen 3 or 4 times. Triple entered means 3 or 4 rounds they might have to go to after performing in yours. Either way, these competitors should be allowed to go first. You don't need to wait for a competitor if they are signed in as DE or TE or QE. Always just start the round as soon as the ballot says that you should start the round. Whatever time they give on the ballot, then that's when you should start the round. Competitors will come and go if they need to, and you should just allow them to excuse themselves if they need to go. At the end of the round, it is always important to dismiss the people in the room. Just say a quick thank you for being here, and then send them on their way, wish them good luck, whatever. And lastly, in public address events, speakers will often move while they are performing. They'll usually move in like the shape of a triangle. They'll walk to one side of the room, walk back to another side of the room, maybe stop in the middle. This is usually meant to enhance that they are changing into a new section of the speech. Essentially, they might go from doing their introduction in one side of the room to their implications on a different side of the room. They should signpost along the way, which will make it a lot easier to understand.